Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Juan John. This is Mr. Rick Turner. That is Toby. We're in the Heartbreaker Lounge playing Rick Turner's guitars. I mean, holy moly. This one's pretty.
Thank you, man.
This one's really pretty. Functional, but pretty.
Thank you. This is what we call a featherweight. The body core, you can see here, is made out of Western red cedar. Mm-hmm. And then we've laminated a top and a back on it in flame maple. This one is pretty detailed out. It's got the, flip that. It's got the laminated neck, maple and purple heart, 5-piece. Has a 3-piece backstrap overlay on the back of the peg head. Fully bound in Ivoroid. No elephants were harmed in the making of this guitar, I'm happy to say. This one's got a darker Ipe fingerboard.
Excellent.
And the decorative rope purfling around the peg head and around the top. And then the full sunburst everywhere.
I just
top,
wish it was
back.
prettier.
Eye candy makes me cry. Just stop now. Now this is just as functional, actually, more than just functional, because this is like 3 guitars in one.
That's the idea.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
So we're talking about that. Right now we're on like the Les Paul type. Now,
Pop the tone control out, the passive tone control out. Notice that you didn't lose a whole lot of volume when you went from the double point.
true, actually.
So it's an interesting thing in the way these pickups work. You don't lose as much as you'd expect to going to single coil mode.
Right, and now this affects when you're in. That sounds good. When you're in this setting and the active electronics are not turned on, these knobs still work.
The active electronics actually are still happening. The preamp is happening.
Gotcha.
But the EQ is not.
Okay.
So the EQ, which is a semi-parametric with the boost cut control and a frequency sweep knob, is in an effects loop in the internal preamp.
Nice.
So you can get in and out of the EQ, but the guitar is always active, so that you're not losing any highs in the cabling, and also so we can blend the magnetic pickup with the piezo pickup, which you just cannot do effectively in a passive instrument.
Correct.
The electrical characteristics of the 2 different types of pickups are so different that they do not play well with one another without being actively blended.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. So we're going to get into that now.
So we're in humbucker mode now.
Okay.
And let me sweep you back to pure piezo. Here we are with just the piezo.
Nice.
And then here's the blend of the 2 together.
Yeah.
Still hear that.
I like how responsive this thing is.
Thank you, man.
The response on the... It's like super effortless to play. It's beautiful, and it's just punchy. Now, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory all the way around on that.
Yeah, it seems like a lot until you break it down into the individual components, and it all makes sense.
Yeah, and now, because you said that this was a different wood on the interior in the center of this, you also said during a different interview that we did with the Legends in Lutherie,
Yes.
that wood matters.
Wood matters, yeah.
And so why did you choose this wood here for this guitar?
Western red cedar is one of those magic woods, tonally. It's very resonant, and it's very lightweight. It's commonly used for the tops for classical guitars, and we use it for the tops on many of our Renaissance guitars. But when I went to wanting to make a lighter weight version of the Model 1, I went to the Cedar because I thought it might give the instruments a little bit more of an acoustic instrument transparency. So, and I wanted there to be a real difference between our standard mahogany Model 1s and the Featherweights. It also saves about a pound per instrument, so it shaves off some weight, which is a nice thing for those who are conscious of that. You know?
Absolutely.
And it's been fun having that difference. Some of this goes back to some of my discussions when I worked for Gibson years ago. I was briefly the designated liaison to Les Paul. And I talked to him about the difference between the Les Paul standards and the customs. Because originally, he was adamant that the customs, the Black Beauties, were all mahogany, no maple cap. And the others had the maple cap. And it was because he wanted them to have two different tonal characteristics, whatever the electronics were going to be. And that's what we've found. It's just a different way of tweaking the tone in a different direction.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a different voice, which is way cool. The other one we just got done playing was the mahogany, and
that
it was
all
definitely
mahogany. Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are switching to channel 2 right now. Just did it. We're playing through the Bogner Shiva, and
rock and roll, baby.
This is it right here. Now, because I got a chance to pick some of these, and now I'm starting to get used to the electronics on here, I'm very much going to click this on.
Click it on.
And now that's going to activate these two here.
Right, correcto. The bottom knob being your boost cut control.
Okay.
Try going all the way full boost because that's the most dramatic. And now play around with the frequency control, which is your middle knob.
Okay, so we're going to start right here in the center. That just tone. Oh, that's a sweet spot. By the way, hi. Well,
I can know myself.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hi. There's no pedals. There's no effects. There's no nothing. This is just guitar and amplifier. God, man. The more and more we sit here and talk, the more and more it's just like.
You're gonna walk out of here with one.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm gonna walk out of here broke, man.
You gotta pay first.
Yeah. So there's no like the tone that people always like, you want to have that really creamy, you want the overtones, you want the things that you just, people search for this all day long, and it's here, just straight into an amplifier.
This is my job.
You're doing it very well. Like, that's the sweet spot. Let's kick it all the way up.
Yeah.
This is
Nasty.
That's got the spank on it.
Fun. Yeah. Great.
Fantastic. Now, gosh, and then this. What's this third knob up here?
Which one are you at?
That the volume?
That's volume control.
That's just a straight.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so volume control. Now, all the pots on here are very effective. They all work very well. Ah, man.
I have to give great thanks to my crew at Turner Guitars at the shop. They do a fantastic job of basically helping me bring these guitars into the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best crew ever.
It shows in the workmanship. It shows in the workmanship, the tone, the woods, everything you guys have got going on in there. It's just beautiful.
Thank you.
But how about this? A usable tone knob. That's where all that's coming from. Just ladies and gentlemen, if I stay here any longer, I'm just going to end up taking this with me and running down the street and getting caught by the police and getting put in jail. So,
Okay. I'll visit you.
all right, bring a guitar. My name's Juan John. This is Mr. Rick Turner. This is his beautiful guitar. Now, Rick, which guitar are we playing today?
This is a Model 1 CP Featherweight Deluxe. All spec'd out woods, specifically for Brendan Heartbreaker Guitars. We spend a lot of time writing up each order and making sure that these guitars go out and they're unique. And they are what Brendan expects.
Man, it shows.
Great.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and leave comments on what you think of these guitars. I know what the answer is, folks. Catch you next time, people.
Great.